Currently, Centralia Police Department has the only canine teams in Lewis County. Chehalis doesn't have a canine team, and neither does the Lewis County Sheriff's Office, and it's a vital tool. After I trained the Lewis County Sheriff's Office team and Chehalis' team, Chehalis, Lewis County, and Centralia, we formed the tri-agency canine unit. The goal behind it was that we could collaborate together, and how can we utilize our canine teams to be more effective and efficient. Inside the county, we always had a team available to respond so that all of our dogs weren't on vacation at the same time. For each day, there would be a canine unit that was available to respond anywhere in the county. That was the idea. And that was the goal. I mean, at the time we had 4 canine teams, 2 in Centralia, 1 in Chehalis, and 1 at the Sheriff's Office. It never happened. It never came to fruition. So that's one of those things that I think is important through collaboration. You know, we have the example of what just recently happened over in Chehalis, where one of the Centralia canine units went over and did a track for that child rape suspect for Pierce County. That subject would not have been found if it wasn't for the dog. The canine unit in Centralia has been around since 1979. It has been funded solely on donations from the community. We have it because the community wants that tool. When you talk about the public relations tool that a canine unit can bring to an agency and to even law enforcement, when you go to schools and you can impact these kids' lives and you have that positive interaction, like, oh, I love the dog is cool, the dog is, you know, I mean, what better public relation tool is that? I mean, hey, I'm really not all that impressive, but my dog was very impressive. And his ability to capture a crowd was phenomenal. His personality, his disposition, where he would allow people to hug and love on him and pet him, and 1 minute and then the next minute he was out taking down a full-grown man and apprehending. You know, our dogs are trained on the apprehension side for apprehension. That means to catch someone and take them down. Handler protection. So if the handler's in a position where they're being attacked and harmed, then the dog's trained to protect the handler. They're trained in tracking, so they track to locate a suspect who's committed a crime. They're trained to locate articles of evidence that are out there, whether they be a shell casing that's in the grass that you can't find, a discarded gun, a gas can used to start an arson, hats or clothing discarded from from a bank robber who's fleeing. They are trained to do more than just apprehend people and bite people. All the use of force that the dogs are trained on, every bite has to be justified, and it has to be justified by the handler. It's no different. Use of force is use of force. The benefit of the dog, though, the dog is the only tool in law enforcement's arsenal that can be sent out and recalled before the actual force is used. So if there's somebody that's fleeing and I send the dog and I give them a challenge to stop and they don't stop right away, I'll send the dog, and if they decide to stop, I can recall that dog. It's the only tool in our arsenal that once the decision is made to send, to use the force, that you actually have time to be able to recall them.